Spring training. Welcome back, everybody. Teams working out the kinks here in Florida. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. The starting pitcher, everybody wanted him. Today we get to watch him, CC Sabathia. And as he gets into this Philadelphia lineup, Steve, strategy-wise?
I'll send a good lefty to the mound in this ball game here, but this is a great lineup, a lineup that can really beat up even some of the best pitchers in the game. So he's going to have to be on top of his game in order to do it and rely upon that movement on his pitches.
Ellsbury, the runner at second. The 0-0 delivery, a fastball taken for a strike.
Some guys really like the low fastball. In this situation, though, he ends up taking the pitch.
Kyle Kendrick with the 0-2 count wants to work him.
You better be ready to swing with this guy. He does not waste pitches. Look for that heater.
The pitch, lined, foul towards third. Grounded softly to short. Picked up by Rollins. Safe at first. He barely beat it out. Boy, I don't know in that count, Steve. Number one, the fact that he swung's kind of a surprise. I don't know how he hit that where it was.
You're right. On an 0-2 count, you have to protect the plate. Sometimes it's a defensive swing, but sometimes it works out.
And it's Robinson Cano now. Over his career, 303 off Philadelphia. Ready with a 1-0. Oh, my. Is he wild right now? That could be trouble. The throw. He makes it to second base. So they are unable to make the play.
Well, listen, it's all about advancing base runners in the game. You got to make plays defensively, but that error cost him, and he came out of his hand wrong, and the ball sailed on him.
And they can't cut it off. It'll roll to the wall. And they get the tying run home.
He's given up 2 hits in this game.
Here's the first pitch. That swung on and flied to right. The catch is made.
For the New York Yankees, shortstop
Revere strides in. Last year, just 1 for 11 off the Yankees. Last time he grounded out. That swung on a liner here. And that is in there. The tying run is on base.
Well, the way this inning is starting off right now, it looks like
he deals. Starts him out with a sinker for a strike.
We're going to get a chance to see that nasty sinker ball of his. That pitch has some serious bite and action at the end.
Took something off, but it's low. 1-1. That sinker, Steve, you were mentioning, it is such a great pitch. You get so many ground balls, and then you mix in a fastball, some off-speed stuff, pretty good stuff.
Well, that's the key, is his sinker is the go-to pitch. The hitter really has to focus on that pitch and then make adjustments to his other offerings.
Slider misses, and it's now 3-1.
Well, this is your dream when you're in the on-deck circle before you go into the batter's box. If you can get the count to 3-1 and in your favor, you know you have the upper hand.
Called strike on the outside corner, full 3-2. Payoff pitch coming. Swung on, line to right center field. This one beyond him. It's going to be extra bases. And he pulls into second base. That will be a double.
Hey, look, you'd love to see him hit a double earlier in the inning when there's no outs or even 1 out, but you're going to take anything you can get with 2 outs. Let's see if they can get another 2-out hit to drive him in.
Reached on an error his last time around. First pitch he let go by, and it was a ball. 1-0. And Robinson Cano with a swing and a miss. That'll even up the count.
That's a huge swing right there. He was looking for a fastball, but just couldn't quite catch up to it. Great pitch.
And here's a swing and a miss. He couldn't get that one. 1-2. 1-2 pitch coming. Changeup swung on and missed. That will retire the side. Now McCann positions himself. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Number 64. And he'll step on first to retire the side. And get set for the first pitch. Swing and a ball hit high in the air. Deep right field. Gone! A 2-run homer. 2-run homer just adds to a terrific hitting game they've had. And it's Jimmy Rollins in the box now. A smash towards the hole. In there for a base hit. They just couldn't catch it. That'll bring up Ben Revere.
Now this pitch just cuts right over the heart of the plate.
Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Ground ball by Utley. Number 64. And he steps on first. That's the second out. Gardner's on at first. Ellsbury, the runner, at second. And starts him out here. And he got good wood up the middle. Over to second for 1. Not quick enough to Hart. They won't turn 2. So Robinson Cano thinking RBI. He grounded out his last time up. Oh, he takes off for second. They didn't even give it a shot there. No throw. He's got the steal.
Well, if they're going to give it to you, you might as well take it. That was no contest that time.
Here's the delivery. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Number 16. And there's one. And he's going to hang on to it. No relay, so they will not get the double play.
Number 40.
2 on base for Carlos Beltran. He's had 1 hit 4 times up. Here we go with the first pitch. Sinker swung on, missed, 0-1.
Well, this offense has been relentless in this game, but they've got a chance to put a 0 up on the scoreboard right here late and give their offense some remote chance to win this game.
There's a ground ball played by Utley. Throws on to first in time to retire the side.
Well, things came together for New York today. A lot of contributions from different players and leads them on to victory. You know, they're losing a little bit in the defensive department with this change. It may be geared more toward offense. It's just odd to make this move right.
Spring training. Welcome back, everybody. Teams working out the kinks here in Florida. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. Houston starter. Let's take a look who's going to be on the mound. Steve, what do you think his strategy is going to be against this Yankees lineup?
Well, sending a good lefty to the mound in this ball game here, but this is a great lineup. A lineup that can really beat up even some of the best pitchers in the game. So he's going to have to be on top of his game in order to do it and rely upon that movement on his pitches.
Lays off a called strike of the knees, 0-1.
Now, guys, looking at the numbers on his pitch tendencies, I think he's going to come back with a fastball right here.
Here's a swing, a fly ball deep down the line and right. And Thames is there. And that's out number 3. Gardner's on at first. Ellsbury, the runner, at second. On at third base is Headley. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. Let's take a look at what he's doing on these first pitch to hitters.
Well, we tell pitchers all the time, work ahead in the count.
Here's a swing, a ball hit high in the air, way back there. A grand slam home run. From a tie game to a 4-run lead. Oh, my, what a difference one pitch makes. In the batter's box, it's Carter. And a moment here to see how this pitcher has been mixing up his pitches.
Yep.
Swung on and a grounder to first. And he'll step on first to retire the side. First pitch of the at-bat now. The fastball is in there. It's 0-1.
It's a nice location with that fastball down in the zone. If he makes contact, it's going to be a ground ball.
Swings, hits this one pretty well, deep right center. And that'll do it as Thames puts it away. On the way. Ground ball. Number 64. Throw on to second base, force play, side retired. He was set down with a ground out in his prior at bat. Swung on, hit softly towards the hole. number 64. And he's out at first. Good hustle by the pitcher. The first pitch. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike.
This is why changing speeds is so important for a pitcher. You get the hitter off balance, even more effective when it's down in the zone.
Swing and a line drive. Viller. And he gets there in time, and that will be an infield single. That will bring up Mark Teixeira.
Well, the pitcher did everything he could right here. He got the ground ball like he wanted. But you see this runner, man, once he left the box, he is flying, and he beats this one out.
He's running towards second. And he is safe at second.
Now, Gary kept inching off the base a little bit more each time and had a pretty big lead, and then he got a great jump to get in there in second base. Nice job of base running.
The pitch. That one is fouled off by Teixeira.
Foul! Oh, we got your number, Mark.
Changeup called strike 3. That's the second out.
Working the sequence of pitches very well today. Going hard in, soft away with the changeup.
Now with 2 outs, here's the chance for Carlo towards the middle. And he gets his first base hit. Boy, is he going to be happy to see that drought over with. This has been a tough game. And the run is in. And Villar ready to come to the plate. Well, you know, it's got to feel good to cut a little bit into this deficit, but you've got to wonder if it's just too. Shot towards the hole. And what a catch. A spectacular out. Gardner's on at first. And Ellsbury's on at third. Boy, he scorched that one. That was right over the mound. And there's one.
A big-time hitter at the plate. And you know what? He didn't get the base hit, but he was able to pick up a run. A productive out. That's what good teams do.
Mark Teixeira gets to swing now, 2 away. And he got the called strikeout in his last at-bat. He's running, heading for second. He is safe at second base.
Able to get a pretty good lead that time. That extra step or two was just enough to allow him to beat the throw.
Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Teixeira now will cut that swing down.
He had a little extra giddy up on that one as he just blows it right by him.
Line shot into center field. And that gets down. Teixeira's got a single. And the run gets in.
Well, that pitch down and away.
Into the batter's box
is
is Castro. Nice to get production, but sometimes it comes when you're swung on. Liner to right. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here,
probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
Here's Cooper to the plate. And he bounced out his last time. Spring training. Welcome back, everybody. Teams working out the kinks here in Florida. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. The role of starting pitching today, that'll be handled by Kyle Drabek. And Steve, what's he got in his mind now as he pitches against these Yankees?
Well, Kyle Drabek on the mound, the son of former Cy Young winner Doug Drabek. Good genes in the family, smooth, easy delivery. You can tell he's been well coached. An outstanding curveball that falls off the table, but he's got to command the fastball to have success. Keep an eye on Gardner right here. He's got that great speed, electrifying speed on the bases. Got to keep him close.
And that's off the plate away, 1-0.
Tried to backdoor that cut fastball, just trying to catch the outside corner. Couldn't quite get it.
Here's the pitch. There's a called strike of the knees, 1-1.
Well, when you throw the fastball, that's where you want it to go. Now you can elevate a pitch next time around.
There's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. In there, and this is going to be trouble. And there's the first run. They take the lead, 1-0.
Well, the hitter makes an adjustment going down on the pitch at the bottom of the strike zone and drives it here.
And you get a run scored if you're in that at-bat. What you want to do is make contact. He did. That pays off. There's a ground ball played by Reyes. And there's one.
Now, Gary, I'm not sure I agree with the decision right there. With the first pitch, he's given up 2 hits in this game.
Oh, what a drive. He smashed it. And the catch by Rasmus. 1 away. And Lynn's batting. Homered back in the first inning. He homered earlier in the ballgame. This is popped way up over there, over near first. One away.
This is the first baseman.
And in the batter's box, it's Laurie. Well, last year, take a look. 180 liner between first and second. No problem with that one. Let's see what he sees first here. And a strike. Burley catches him looking.
Great action on that breaking ball. Down in the zone, trying to get the hitter to hit the top of the ball.
Swung on and fouled away. Swings. Ball is clobbered high, deep to left center field. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Home run. The Yankees have life. They wish that homer had been chased in a couple more. They'll take it, though, only down 2. Headley on at first base. Starts him out here. Hit in the air. This one's going well into the stands, off to the right. 0-1. Burley kicks and delivers. Gets in front, stopped it. It's in the dirt. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Laurie to field this one. That's caught. Side is retired. He'll lead off the bottom half of the 6th. Marshall, the windup. Laurie, ground ball. Number 64. And he's out at first. Good hustle by the pitcher getting off the mound.
That's a good heads-up play.
And starts him out here. Splitter drops in for a called strike.
2 outs here in the 8th inning right now. I think from the defensive perspective, they need to make a play behind their pitcher because he is going to throw strikes. Do not walk somebody and allow them to try to add base runners, advance base runners, or have somebody hit one out of the ballpark next time around.
There's contact. He drove it well. This one to Rasmus. That'll do it as they put that one away. Save situation, at least for right now, so you're in the ball game. Marshall with a 1-0 delivery. Swung on and popped way up high. And he puts that one away, 1 down. Gardner's on at first. Ellsbury, the runner at second. First pitch to him. That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. And that's the 3rd out. That'll do it. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. And John, what do we expect to see off the mound against Toronto? This one's grounded foul, wide of first. There's a swing and a ground ball. And the diving stop. He's up. And the throw's in time at third.
Out of the game. It certainly does not look very good right here. They need big hits. They need people to drive the ball, get something done right here, or they're going home a loser.
Spring training baseball preseason. Hi, everybody. Gary Thorne, John Kruk, Steve Phillips with you. 2K Sports, and it's Grapefruit League play. And we're going to see Adam Wainwright, the starting pitcher. So, Steve, what's he going to be conscious of as he looks at this Yankees lineup?
Well, we're going to see that outstanding curveball from Adam Wainwright. No question about that. He's going to work ahead in the count with a fastball, then go to the off-speed pitchers. Remember, he's that good cutter and changeup as well.
Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep into right center field. You're not going to see that one again. Home run. The Yankees are on the board. And the first run of the ball game. Wow, it comes with a solo home run and a 1-0 lead. And Craig now will come to the plate. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. One away now.
This is the first baseman's ball. Guys retired after he's gone 0-1 in the count.
Homered back in the first inning.
Keep an eye on Gardner right here. He's got that great speed, electrifying speed on the bases. Got to keep him close.
And the pitch out. Nothing doing that time. Swung on line to right center field. 2 away. And that will hold him at first.
At the plate for the New York Yankees.
Here's Matt Holliday, 2 down.
Sweet swing, Robin.
Last time he grounded out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Number 64. And he's out at first. Good hustle by the pitcher getting off the mound.
That's a
Last
good
time up,
heads-up
he
play.
struck out looking. The 1-2 on its way. That swung on, hit on the ground. Number 64. And he steps on first. That's the second out.
That's a nice play.
Here's the delivery. Swung, ground ball to short. Peralta out in time for the out. And it's Yadier Molina now with 1 away. 273, the lifetime number off the Yankees. He struck out swinging his last time. Near first. And he steps on first. That's the second out.
St. Louis Cardinals, right fielder.
And he starts him out. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
When you can mix speeds and hit your spots, this is what you get. Nice pitch.
On the way. He lets that fastball go by for a called strike. 0-2. Here's a swing and a ball hit high into the air, deep into right field. And goodbye, home run, and the Yankees have extended the lead. The lead is 5 thanks to that 2-run shot. It's going to be Carpenter now. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a liner towards first. That one headed into the corner. Going to try for at least a double. First runner gets in.
The defense had him shifted to the left, but the pitcher didn't pitch him that way. He takes the ball, goes to right field with a good piece of hitting.
First pitch on the way. Now a swing and a ball hit high in the air, soaring into deep right center field. Goodbye, home run, a 2-run digger. Now with that 2-run homer, they extend that lead to 7. Cano at the plate. He flew out his last time up.
A tough loss here for this crowd today, but boy, do they see some kind of pitching performance from the visiting team.
Spring training. Welcome back, everybody. Teams working out the kinks here in Florida. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. Starting pitcher, Michael Pineda. And what about the St. Louis lineup, Steve? What are we going to see him use?
For Michael Pineda, one of the best young live arms in the game. Real good stuff. The ball explodes out of his hand, an explosive fastball and a devastating breaking pitch as well, and a developing feel for a changeup.
Here's the delivery. Lays off a called strike of the knees. 0-1.
That's a great pitch. When you get it to break low in the zone like that with that kind of movement, awfully tough on the hitter.
That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. And he's there to retire the side. Steve, what are the numbers for him on the mound today?
You know, when he's throwing the ball down on the zone like this, these lefty.
There's a smash towards the hole.
Well, that's just great hand-eye coordination right here. He saw the defense and knew where he wanted to go with it.
Gardner's on at first. Ellsbury, the runner at second. On at third base is Headley. Slider just misses. 1-0.
That's a good pitch there. Tried to get him to chase it out of the zone. He just laid off.
Hit up the middle. And that looks like an RBI and a single. And Ellsbury scores as well. 2-run single on that one.
And that's 3 straight hits right now. This lineup's starting to figure something out right here. He needs to mix up his pitches.
2 on for Robinson Cano. His career average, an even 300 against the Cardinals. To deep right center. Can't cut it off. It's going to roll to the wall. Gardner around third. He's headed for the plate. And Gardner's home. Another run comes in right behind him. And Adams is in the box. And for this offense right now, something to be positive about. They just don't want to take a good look at the scoreboard. He'll dig in. Start of the 4th inning. Throws in time to first. What a play. And here's the first one. And that's in there for a strike at the letters. Here's the delivery. Strike that time, and it's 0-2. There's a swing and a smash. And Jay, he comes up with it easily here. Wong is the batter. And he bounced out his last time. He'll get us started here in the 5th. There's a swing and a liner towards first. Rolling into the corner. That's going to be extra bases. Pulls into second with that double, so he's in score. Drilled towards the hole. 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat now. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike.
Well, this is what you need to do. You need to put up some zeros right now. Get some outs and get your fielders back in the dugout to swing the bat and try to make up this deficit.
Flied to right. That one's gloved. It's going to be Carpenter now. Last time up, flew out. Flew out last time. The pitch. Line towards first. And there's one. And he's going to hang on to it. No relay. That one goes foul. Looks at a curve in there. He's behind now. 0-2.
Let's see if they go right at him or if they're going to waste a pitch. They're way ahead right now.
Got the bat on that one. Jay's there. That's one away.
For the New York Yankees, shortstop.
It's going to be Carpenter now. Lined out last time up. Still without a hit yet in the game. He'll get another chance here. Holiday's leading off first. Jay at third. The dive, and he's got it. And he throws in time for the force at second. Great out. We could call third strike in his last at bat.
Well, they won a great one here today, Gary, and it's all because of the pitching. Outstanding pitching, really leading them to victory.
Spring training baseball preseason. Hi, everybody. Gary Thorne, John Kruk, Steve Phillips with you. 2K Sports, and it's Grapefruit League play. We've got James Shields. He'll be our starting pitcher. And, Steve, what's he got in his mind now as he pitches against these Yankees?
Well, against a lineup like this, even though you've got a good right-hander on the mound, he's got a chance to have some damage done. He has to believe in damage control. Give up one run, but don't give up a crooked number.
Gardner's on at first. Ellsbury, the runner at second. Shields gets set and delivers. Starts him off with one at the knees for a strike. Doesn't get the call on the slider. 1-1.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
The 1-1 delivery, a curve in there. Now it's 1-2.
Foul!
And he swings and hits this one foul. Hit sharply towards the hole.
He takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it. Get a good part of the bat on the ball and pick up the base hit.
That's a tough pitch to hit. When you're behind in the count, you just want contact, and he got it. And Robinson Cano to bat. Steve, we talk about game-turning situations. This is one of them.
No question about that. Things can change completely right here.
Slider low and in the dirt. Good block there by the catcher. There's a swing and a ball hit well. Straight away center field. Gone! A bases loaded homer. And you talk about jumping out big. Wow, they got the Ducks lined up. Wham, 4 runs on the board. A 4-0 game. What an inning. Gardner's on at first. Ellsbury, the runner at second. And the first pitch.
0-1.
He takes that one, and Britton with the 0-1 count. On the way. Ball lifted high in the air, deep down the right field line. And goodbye, home run, and the Yankees have extended the lead. He gets 3 guys home. Now they lead by 7. And Napoli spotting the pitch.
0-1.
Sinker drops in for a called strike.
Okay, this is not looking real good right now. They've got to try to find a way to stem the tide here.
Strike
Ooh,
2.
really extended his arms that time, but 0-2. This ball is hammered deep right. Oh, he can't come up with it. And Ellsbury's on his way home. And Ellsbury comes in to score.
For the New York Yankees, shortstop number 24, Robinson Cano.
A swinging strikeout ended his last at bat. Britton with a windup.
0-1.
That catches the outer part of the plate for a strike.
This is where you want to go with the breaking ball, to the outside corner. Paint the black. Get the call. The hitter gave up on it. He got the pitch he wanted.
Cano's going to foul it away.
Foul ball. You're out.
Struck him out. He gets out of this with just a little hurt. 0 for 1 thus far. Popped him up. Should be an easy play for the first baseman. And that's out number 3. He homered back in inning number 2. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss on that curveball. It's 0-1.
Well, 2 outs now, at least trying to quiet down this offense because they have been relentless today, and you got to keep runners off base. They're doing it this inning.
And this is bounced foul to the left side. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. Diaz to field this one. That's caught. Side is retired. He grounded out his last time up.
Well, this wasn't the type of start the pitcher wanted, or the manager wanted, or his team wanted. Now they've got to see if the bullpen can do a little bit better.
Hit in the dirt. He dives, and he's got it. The slide, and he is in there, safe.
Well, he's coming off
It's got to be
a 2-hit
Napoli.
performance.
2 hits, 10 at-bats last year off the Yankees. He'll lead it off. Home half. We're in the 6th. 1 down. Nava's going to hit. Reached on an error his last time around. He homered back in inning number 2. Swinging a softly hit grounder to first. Number 64. And out number 1 as he steps on the base. And he starts him out. There's a swing, line drive, center field. Oh, and Victorino makes a spectacular play. It's David Ortiz in the box now. Still without a hit yet in the game. He'll get another chance here. Flew out last time. Swung on and a grounded to first. And he's out at first. Good hustle by the pitcher.
You know the hitter and his speed. Don't hesitate. Get over and beat him to the bag.
And so with 2 outs in the inning, here's Mike Napoli. Hi again, everybody. The Grapefruit League, spring training baseball from sunny Florida. Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, and John Kruk for 2K Sports. Starting on the mound, Ivan Nova. And as he gets going against these Baltimore hitters, what do you think we're going to see?
With a guy like Ivan Nova on the mound, you have to be ready to swing the bat. He throws a lot of strikes. He doesn't get swings and misses. He tries to rely upon movement to keep the ball off the center of the bat. Well, in this situation, in this game right now, this is absolutely a time to look for Brett Gardner.
There's a swing and a long high drive hit deep to right center field. You're not going to see that one again. Home run. The Yankees are on the board. Great turnaround for them. A 2-run homer. They lead by 1. It's Sanders at the plate. And a moment here to see how this pitcher has been mixing up his pitches.
You know, guys, I think we see.
This one's grounded meekly to first. Throw got him. That is one heck of
If he
a.
throws it, he better locate it.
Well, you know he wants to avoid throwing that same pitch to him here because the last time it yielded the 2 runs, nobody has forgotten that.
He's our first batter, home half of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Called strike on a fastball, and it's 0-2.
When you can spot your 4-seam fastball to the outside corner, the hitter has to have balance at the plate and not pull off the ball.
Oh, what a drive. He smashed it. This one to Jones as he hauls it in. It's Sanders at the plate. Grounded out his last time up. 0 for 1 thus far. Swung on, hit softly towards the hole. Number 64. He's out at first base. A nice play in the cover. Now Marshall, the 0-1 pitch. He dives and he's got it. And he's out at first. What an out. The pitch. Now a swing and a ball hit well deep to right field. Way back there. And goodbye. The Yankees are on top. Perfect time for a 2-run homer. That's what they wanted to get the advantage. It's going to be Wieters. Look at the matchup. 246 against the Yankees. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. And he'll scramble, take it himself for the out. Whoa, what a play.
Well, nice stop by the first baseman there, but the runner able to advance into scoring position there.
In the batter's box is Machado. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. And he bounced out his last time. Pops him up and way up there. That one's gloved.
This is the first baseman's ball all the way. He takes it.
And Ellsbury's on at third. And starts him out here. This one could be trouble down the right field line. Can't cut it off. It's going to roll to the wall. And they bring him home.
They need to try a different approach against him. He picked up his 3rd hit of this game, and guess what? There's only 1 out. This lineup's going to roll over right now.
Now Mark Teixeira. The opportunity continues for the Yankees.
0-1.
That's a called strike. 0-1.
Well, if you've done your homework, you know how you're going to attack this guy. You got to go with the slider here.
Here's the delivery. Swing and lined up the middle. And that one gets through to Shara. Gets the RBI. I think there's an issue of how much is left in his tank right here, so that bullpen's going to get active.
You know, it's still early in the game, though, so I'd be surprised if they make this.
And J.J. Hardy digs in. There's one down. Drilled towards the hole. Two retired here.
I'd be a little bit nervous. The last thing he wanted to do is to see one of the game's best hitters coming to the plate.
He homered back in the fifth. Swung on a fly ball heading towards the corner and right. As he drops back for it and puts it away.
Very well. You know what, your one game right here. Listen, you'll take it. A 1-run win is just as good as a 10-run win.
Teixeira settles in. Grounded out last time up.